side and grab it like that. Grab these ones. Now you don't touch anything in there. Touch this part because it's inside out already. Alright, so you're going to have your hand flat. You grab this. Just slide your hand in there. Like that. Okay. Good. You can't really touch it, right? You can't touch it?
You can put your hand on the inside of the
Put your hand
glove.
on, yeah.
That's sterile.
Like you can,
Now
you
it's
can
no
stick
longer
it
sterile.
in.
Where your hand is at.
What do you mean?
Because you touched the top
Because
of
you
it.
touch it, like if you try to pull it with the glove and you touch the inside of that with your glove, it's no.
So you want to, what you would do is stick your hand inside the glove. The other way, on top of it. You put this hand on top to make it easier
You have
to
another
slip
pair?
in.
Wedge your fingers underneath the flaps.
Like this, look,
Yes, there
look
should
out
be
there.
some hairs over there.
Okay.
No, grab it from the inside and pull it over.
Chill, chill, chill.
Ah, no. I'm trying to be like a kindergartner.
There you go.
You got it, that's all that matters.
Done.
Alright.
We got it.
Now down off.
And then I'm gonna take it off now. Everybody see that?
How about you, are you going to set up your sterile field?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Do you want me to don? You said don and off. Or do you want me to do everything? I'm not gonna do everything.
Well, you lay your towel down.
So I would lay my child down first.
Before even donning anything?
Yeah.
But it needs to be sterile.
Right. But taking it out and dumping it here. Right?
And then you don it
I
off.
mean, put regular gloves on and do that. And then switch to. That's what we were supposed to do last week, but we got all messed up.
Why are we having the guests?
And you're gonna do another one, right? You have to see it.
Well, this is a towel too, right?
Yeah.
So can I use that one?
Sure.
Does this have a hole?
Yeah, those have a hole. So our hole's here.
Okay.
There's your hole. Alright. So now what are we doing after we have our sterile field set up?
So we get.
That's
Oh, you're no longer sterile.
Because you touched unsterile.
I like it.
So should we get everything set up before we put our sterile gloves on?
Yeah.
As much as you can, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
So this is our sterile field, so what you probably could have done was, give me the art line. Our sad little, well, you're not sterile anymore, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so what I would probably do is I would set our field up first, because remember, you're not touching anything here, so it's still considered what? As long as you don't touch anything, lean over anything, you're still sterile. So then I would just basically open everything. I would probably just rip this open, throw it out there, you know. That's there, you can access it. So now you can just pull it. Oops. There.
that you broke sterile field.
I did. So,
It's so
so you can grab your wipes, or your assistant can come help you. There you go. And remember, there's gonna be, you're not gonna insert one, but if you should, you will have somebody there to hand you stuff.
My God, that's really dirty.
Alright. Clean it off. Okay, so what is our angle gonna be when we insert it? Remember? 45 degrees?
No, like left.
It's gonna be almost just basically
Like
flat. Yeah.
Wait. I thought you had it up and then poke it and then you put it down and then do it.
Well, you don't have it up. You're not gonna do it, it'll be more,
You want to land the airplane.
yeah.
It's 20 degrees or less.
Glide it in,
Yeah.
yeah.
Angled and then flatten it.
Yeah, it's just basically, there's not really much of an angle, it's just more of a glide. So, how does a plane land when it's coming in? It's
Why are you looking at
low,
it like, oh, I know how to do
just
it?
enough elevation just to, so it's just gonna be more, almost flat, but just like 20.
Bubonic plague.
Sorry.
So we'll go and insert it. Wait for our flash. Pull out the inner introducer. It sucks because we don't have the stuff to do it. But
Sorry.
What do you want me to ask?
This is as far as we're gonna go.
this is, so for now, yeah.
What do you want me to
Then,
ask?
and I mean this might be as far as we go unless we get stuff to do it.
I have another question. Are we gonna set any of this up, or you just want us to grab it?
I want you to grab it. That'll be first.
Put it there.
Then you're gonna set it up.
Set this up,
Mhm.
but not like the bag or anything up.
Yeah, we still gotta set up the bag.
Okay, that's what about.
That's on the master.
Well, you have to have everything there hanging because we want to troubleshoot, right?
Okay.
The only thing we might not do is the needle.
Yes. Yeah, so needle insertion, if we don't get needles, yeah.
Setting it up.
So,
Does this work?
we'll get our bag. So that's our pressure bag. My assistant Dana White right here. Set up my pressure bag.
get a good one.
Anna, open it.
Am I gonna open it?
No.
No, just pretend.
Okay.
Oh. So now we're pretending?
This might be the only bag we have in the place, dude, so I mean,
Well, we're short on fluids.
Why is the rules too good?
anybody?
Still in the bag.
Why is it in the bag?
Like that.
Keep the whole side right?
You just pump it up so it
Close it up.
It's going, it's going.
There we go. Mm-mm. To the green. The green. Either way.
Yes, please, por favor. Okay, and then what goes where? Where does our transducer go? Where's that? Yeah. Hey, you're not staring anymore, you might as well put that there. 'Cause that's not staring. So where's this gonna go? What piece goes where?
Something like the monitor and the bag and the thing.
Okay, show me which goes to the thing. That goes to where? The bag?
It's up here right now.
Okay, so what, yeah, just tuck it in. Pretend these.
They made me do firework.
And then I'm pretty sure that one was connected to the monitor.
That'll go
You know how to do it,
monitor.
Maria?
And that's gonna connect.
You know how to spike a water bag?
This connects to our
Pretending to.
Oh, he
pretend.
knows how to. Your month, bro.
Okay. So how many ports do we have?
3.
3. Okay, so what does this do here?
That's our pigtail. It
That's our
washes
pigtail
it.
that does what?
It washes it or flushes it.
Flushes, yeah. So where are we gonna pull our sample? Are we gonna pull it from here,
No, by the pigtail,
Here.
yeah.
here,
Right there.
The
or
lower.
this one here?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not pulling it from here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll pull our sample.
wouldn't you?
What do we do when we're pulling our sample?
We wipe it with alcohol.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you pull it from that
Why
one?
wouldn't we pull it from here?
Yeah, wouldn't you want it closer to the patient to obtain a cleaner sample?
Well, we're gonna pull our waste. So here's our
Mm-hmm.
where our transducer hooks up to. So we would
Mhm.
want it here, closer. I mean, we could get it here too as well, but I would think you'd want to pull everything out close to here.
Because then you'd have to drop a
And
bigger
then-
waste.
Well, you're still gonna drop waste either way.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could do it here or here.
Okay.
I don't know what matters.
Okay.
You're pulling up waste.
Yeah,
You're gonna
right.
pull what? How much waste?
For the initial or for labs?
For labs.
It depends on the lab.
So either way, we're gonna put what, 10 cc's?
Mm-hmm. Normally.
Only 10 cc's of waste. What do we do with the waste?
But
If
it
it's a closed sterile circuit like this, you can place it back into the syringe's package and then give it back to the patient. If it was open or dirty, then you'd have to discard it
Why do we wanna discard it?
to not introduce any foreign pathogens.
Yeah, we don't wanna put infection back in their line. Cause then that'll be what?
bad.
Bad. They'll be septic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's over after that.
Yeah, 'cause you kill them.
You kill it. So we'll get our waste out, 10 cc's. Then we'll pull a what? What if we want ABG?
ABG.
Like 1 ml.
1 ml.
Depends on your lab.
Yeah, you can do 1 ml. So if we're just pulling ABG, you can just do 1 ml is fine. Most of the little samplers, that's all you need. And really sometimes it's like 0.4, 0.6.
We run them on 0.3.
Yeah. So, pull it back in, then we'll put our waste back in if it's appropriate. Flush our line. Why do we want to flush our line?
Clean it.
To ensure there's no coagulation of
Yeah,
blood
we don't
in
want
your
any
line.
clots. So we don't want any clots. Why? Because that's going to affect our
Monitoring.
readings at the
So for the mastery, are we pulling it behind the blue? I know you said we can do either or, but for
Let's
the mastery.
let's
are we
go
doing
down
it
here.
behind the-
Let's just go down here.
Okay.
Make it easy. That way we're not touching anything back over here.
So we're doing it from the lowest stopcock.
From the lowest stopcock, yeah. Lowest stopcock. Here's our flush. Flush our line. How do we zero it?
Open it to air. Open this one up to air. So you'd want to close the 3-way stopcock to the patient.
Okay.
And then you go.
Closing it that way? Is that closed?
Mhm.
Right?
Yep. And then you want to go on your monitor and zero it out at the appropriate level. And then
So where does this need to sit at?
there's a specific word for it. It's the cardio. Basically, where the right atrium sits on the patient,
So above the heart.
above the heart. Is it above?
So it should be 30 degrees
Okay.
where the patient's at. Because all patients should be 30 degrees, right?
Yeah.
All the time. Especially if they're on vents. More than likely, if they have an art line, they're probably on a vent unless they're like an extubated heart.
hmm
So,
What if they want them prone?
They won't. It's rare.
Above the heart.
Oh,
yeah,
prone?
you're
No,
still,
yeah.
yeah, you're still gonna, even if they're prone, they're not flat.
Hey,
They're still what?
Elevated.
They're still elevated. Why?
we want to trim it.
Yeah, we want air. We want that gravity to help with it. So even they're prone, Kevin, we still want them elevated. Why? Because we don't want them laying flat. Laying flat's gonna make it to where even if they're prone, they'll have still all that weight, which is gonna be on their chest. It's gonna be off their back, but on their chest. But what if they're getting tube feedings? Do you want somebody flat with tube feedings going? Why not?
Mm-mm.
Aspiration.
Aspirations. So that head of the bed should always be elevated at 30 degrees no matter what. Unless they have some type of injury that prevents that. And usually it'll be where? Above the bed.
Mhm.
You know, same thing like with your neuro patients. They tell you, hey, flap on the right, should be above the bed. Your patients that are closed head injuries, monitor their ICPs where they're at. That monitor's right above the bed. Why? Because they want to see it. Alright, so flushed our line, we got it zeroed out. Everything's working like it should. What are some ways to troubleshoot?
Make sure there's enough pressure on the leg.
Make sure we got pressure on our bags. What about our monitor? What are we looking for? How do we know?
Make sure
If
it's
it's
not on fire.
connected.
An appropriate waveform.
What are our waveforms gonna look like? What's the one key thing we're looking for on our waveform?
Isn't it a box?
We're looking for, starts with a D.
Descending. Descending. No. I don't know. I didn't get that far, to be honest with you.
Insert a little notch.
That's,
Say it.
he said desk code or something.
It's right here. Let me find it. What is it? You got it.
Aortic?
Close.
It's aortic something.
How about otic?
Audit.
How about dicrotic? Did
What
I
is
say
it?
it right? Maybe I said it wrong.
I know.
Emily, can you send the video?
If it'll let me send the whole thing.
I gotta upload it to YouTube. I'm gonna give everybody the link. But make sure you put it on private.
Yeah, right?
You better run out there, little bro.
You got a dime. A doctor appropriate.
Tell him to meet you. Tell him to meet you in the parking lot.
All right, here we go. Dichotic notch. So, when we're troubleshooting, we're looking, we should be able to identify that little notch. So you got your waveform, see how your
What is
waveform's
that notch called again?
dichotic.
Thank you.
Write it down.
So, go back to our PowerPoint, guys. So you see those little letters right there? We should be able to identify each of those little letters for our waveforms.
On the test?
In line.
Did you just say in the test?
On the test. Yeah.
On the test.
On the
For life.
We want to know what they mean. Remember, we want to know what we're looking at when we're assessing our waveforms. Like for a ventilator, we want to know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if they say, hey, does that look right, that pressure on there? That arterial pressure? And you look at it, yeah, it looks fine. But we're missing our notch. Then they're going to look at us like, what are they talking about? So we should be able to identify all the little key pieces of our waveform. So if we go back to the slide before, or the slide after, well, you know what? For the dichotic notch, you need to specify at least that. I know there's a question about the dichotic notch on our waveforms.
Okay.
And that's
So how do we identify
What?
it?
He said
What
at
is-
least.
Like,
It's,
what is the?
so you see our waveform right here?
Yeah,
That little hump has to be it.
okay, and that's the product?
And that indicates like it's running smoothly?
Yes. Well, that is an appropriate
Wait.
waveform. Identifying the dichotic notch. Okay. So where are our preferred routes to put our lines in? Where do we want to put our lines in?
The radial,
Radial? What else?
femoral,
Femoral?
brachial.
Do we necessarily put them in our brachial?
Not normally.
Nah.
Could you do the carotid?
For
Or is
different
that-
reasons.
Or is that not a good
That's
idea?
a little bit different.
A carotid is normally for some type of like dialysis or ECLS. You want a thicker catheter for that.
Yeah, because you want to have bigger vascular access. So
Yeah.
you look, when
That's
you're
for, like,
going up there,
massive-
they want something so that you could put big volumes in. So like when you're doing hemodialysis,
Mhm.
you want a bigger vessel to tap into.
Yeah.
We could do the karate.
No.
No.
Can I take this off?
Well, our preferreds are going to be radial.
So is that a central line that goes there?
What is wrong with brachial? Brachial? Why would you put it? They have to put
Yeah.
it straight.
Okay, now you're gonna adopt it appropriately.
Okay.
Show
Emily's recording you.
everybody. Take it off. Gloves first. The good thing about taking your gown and everything, you don't have to be sterile, guys, because taking it off, go in the trash.
I know. I just don't want to touch it.
Can we have something
Wrong.
from the beginning here, so that way like that's for later, like you can set
I thought you took the gown off first.
Or you put on the girl stuff, you know what I'm saying? Can you have somebody run it through, or like, you know how before you told her, like, you
Oh,
could set
yeah.
up everything with when you're non-sterile? Like, from beginning to end with everything that was happening?
Yeah, so
And
that's,
can somebody else do it, or,
yeah, so we could do that now. So if
you know what I mean, now that we know, like, you can do all the stuff that's non-sterile first,
Kevin gets to do this.
and then you go through and then you put your sterile stuff on from the beginning to the end.
Here you go,
Is that
Kevin,
fine?
fold that up. So what I would
Can
do,
we
so,
have him set it up too first?
yeah, so
Yeah,
what
that's
you
what
wanna
you're
do
gonna
is
do.
you wanna set up your non-sterile stuff first. So like,
Okay.
your bag, your line, that doesn't have to be sterile and, because you're gonna, the outside is touchable. You can touch the outside. You know, the only thing that needs to be sterile on your line is just your end piece, right? Because that's what you're connected to. But you, I mean, like, you don't have to be sterile to set the bag and
Yeah, that's what I'm
set
saying,
your
like,
pressure
so that way
bag,
we
set your
know,
bag,
like,
yeah. So I
we
would
can
do the
start
non-sterile
doing all the
stuff
sterile
first.
stuff, the
So we
non-sterile
want
first.
to take everything first?
Yeah, take it all down, Kevin.
Take it all down. Take it all off. Kevin.
Let's put it all back in.
Yeah, take it all off and put it all in. What? I'm just repeating.
This is supposed to be a family class.
What do you mean?
Thank
We're just
goodness.
take off. You want your chicken and rice?
Who left their pad on?
Oh, yeah, huh?
They don't feel this good.
Somebody break into somebody's house?
I couldn't find extra sterile gloves. I didn't know where they were.
I thought we had some more stuff.
I don't know.
But they want to see from the beginning to the end.
You okay with me filming you?
Actually, I actually don't know. I'm gonna restart a new video so I can send it. I'll be your wait till he comes back.
You want me to start now?
Well, wait till he comes back before